Okay, I'm back in live here. I'm sorry for the technical challenge that we lost connection. So can you see me? Are you able to see me back? I'm back in live. Can you see me live? Has anyone else come back in? Okay, wonderful. I see some people back. Wonderful. Sorry about the loss of connection here. So were you able to hear the explanation of the brain and how it gets stressed? Let me know. Did you hear that explanation on the slide? You can hear me okay now? Let me know if you can hear okay. Okay, wonderful. So what I wanted to make sure is that you did have a chance to hear the explanation of how stress affects the brain. So basically what happens when we're under high stress, the information, okay, wonderful, perfect, you're back on. So I'm sorry that it's on my end, and it's to do with the internet connection. I appreciate you hanging with me and being there. We'll get this fixed up as we do the replay. But I just want to be sure that you got the part where stress, when our brains are stressed, the information does not go to the prefrontal cortex where the executive functions are. It goes straight to the fight, flight, freeze. So that's the most important part that I wanted to have you hear from this part. So if you could just give me a poll. If you can see the poll here, do you think you could explain to someone else how the brain becomes stressed? Type me in yes or no. At this point in the webinar, would you be able to explain to someone else under high stress when someone's being rushed, or if stress is happening for some reason in their life, would you be able to explain to somebody else how stress affects the brain? If you can go up to your poll section, if you can see the poll tab, let me see. Perfect, okay, or even type in the chat, that works. As long as at this point in the webinar, I want to make sure that you've got it well enough to take back to someone else, yourself as well as someone else, that when a brain is stressed, the information does not go to the prefrontal cortex. So I'm going to go back to sharing my screen. And we're going to go straight to the next solution, which is on mindset. So now we have some strategies to reduce stress, and we're going to use the social emotional learning techniques that Waldman shared with me. So strategies for strengthening our mindset. So we do know how important it is to have a growth mindset. Now, what happens about our own mindsets? How does it come into play as a teacher or parent? How can we strengthen our own growth mindset? So we don't always sit at growth mindset all the time. Challenges happen, and we can get stuck. So we have some strategies here to strengthen growth mindset. Make sure that you're always practicing growth mindset. When something challenges us, just know there's always a solution. The solution usually involves rolling up your sleeves and putting in a lot of effort, but just be prepared to put in the effort and you will have a breakthrough. Have some affirmations, things like, I'm so thankful that with hard work and persistence, I can find a solution to my problem. Also have a fixed mindset plan of attack. Notice when you turn to blaming others or feel defensive, and set yourself back on track. Remember to take responsibility for all of your actions. Find a mentor who's already accomplished what you'd like to do. Following a proven path is much easier when you have someone to guide you towards success and give you tips along the way. There's also challenge your paradigms and beliefs. So when you begin to challenge your own beliefs, things will start to become uncomfortable, and you can either go back to fixed mindset or into growth mindset. Self-awareness. So here's another social emotional learning attribute: to process one's own thoughts and feelings and learn how to express them to others. Some strategies are to create a daily morning ritual to know thyself first. Just a note here, these all my images here that you'd see are created by students themselves. So a lot of the work within our programs are created by students. When you wake up, the oldest part of our brain begins to drive us towards our goals that have rewards attached to them. Our routines are formed over time and created out of habit. We can set ourselves up for a day of success with some careful planning, or failure if we leave our lives up to chance. I know it's not always easy, but if you can find a way to be have a plan for your day, research shows that if you remain in bed for a few extra seconds to become aware of your body and mental state, your brain will function much better for the rest of the day. You'll be able to do more with less stress. We recommend these steps for your morning ritual. Wake up and stretch and focus on how you feel. If you can focus on the positive and pleasurable parts of your day, it will help your brain move towards taking action throughout the day, rather than focusing on your worries. Work on starting the day with a positive mindset. Visualize your day and overcoming any obstacles that you might face. And this technique has been proven to increase your physical and mental energy to help you reach your goals with efficiency and ease. And then yawn, the fastest way to lower mental stress. The Library of Congress has documentation that yawning was an exercise used by elementary school teachers in the 1890s, and there is evidence that yawning before a test can improve your grade point average in school. Moving on to social awareness, another strategy. So practice observing others mindfully to be more empathetic with them. Education Secretary John King recently released a statement that I saw headlined in the ASCD Smart Read News, where he said, as an educator, part of our role is to help students see the world through others' eyes. There's a way to train your brain to increase social awareness and create substantial neural changes in your social brain. This practice will cause you to change your behavior, and in turn will cause others to trust and respect you more. So here's the practice to be mindfully aware of others. Step 1, let's just put this in a scenario and imagine that you're going to have two students that need to repair a situation or a relationship, and they're not sure about how it's going to go. This could be used in this situation. Prepare yourself to engage in the present moment. Yawn, stretch, and release any negative thoughts and feelings that might be on your mind. So you can have them do this separately. Think of a word that resonates with this person that represents the outcome of the interaction you're about to have, and repeat this word. So words like successful, I want a harmonious relationship, teamwork, they're all good examples. And then think about a happy memory that puts you in a good mood. This memory will make you smile, and when others see you, they'll be more trusting of you. Step 4, visualize the interaction that you'll have with a positive outcome. When you intentionally follow through with a plan to be more socially aware, you'll be amazed at the results. It takes practice, but even a few minutes a day can yield outstanding results with how others perceive you. So another activity to do after this, you could do this with students or with staff, but take out a piece of paper and write down a list of 10 people you'd like to improve your relationships with by being more socially mindful of them. Each day, spend 5 minutes with this mindfulness activity when you interact with them. Go through each of the 4 steps and see what happens. After each interaction, take a moment to reflect on what occurred. Did you feel more kindness, empathy, and understanding towards this person? How did the other person react towards you? What's interesting is you won't need to tell anybody that you're doing this. The other person will notice something, and they'll say, "You seem so peaceful and relaxed." What's really happening is that they're neurologically more attracted to you, and it's called neural resonance. The last one I'm going to go into is self-regulation, and we're going to talk about the marshmallow experiment. So this diagram here was constructed, first of all, with Mark Waldman, and I changed it to match how students learn. So students learn in the instinctive phase in the beginning with sensory and emotional processing. Then they go to habitual learning. They add memory formation and recall. Then it's intentional learning. So now they have goal seeking. If they add creativity to their learning, this is when we can get the aha moments and metacognition. So in reality, we can learn anything with the right study habits, with a growth mindset, then magic happens. But how do we get students to be intrinsically motivated to learn? So researchers have discovered the expectation of a future reward will stimulate motivation in the present moment. The strong belief that one's efforts will be rewarded stimulates growth of every powerful neural circuit, and as one grows older, this is what stimulates students to work harder on long-term goals that lead to achievement, more satisfying jobs, a better life, and increased income opportunities. So here's the marshmallow experiment. In this famous experiment, preschool children were placed in a situation where a researcher placed a marshmallow, a cookie, or a pretzel, some sort of treat, in front of them. The children were given a choice. They could eat the treat immediately, or they could wait until the researcher returned, and then they would receive a second treat or reward. Some children immediately eat their marshmallows or treats, and others are able to sit there calmly and wait, knowing that they'll be doubly rewarded for their patience. These students were followed over the next few decades, and researchers were able to form some conclusions about their behavior. Those who were able to delay the urge for immediate gratification performed better in school and were more socially competent. Researchers concluded that if you want to be more successful in life, you must learn the skill to postpone immediate gratification and persist in goal-directed behavior for the sake of the later outcome. So can patience and self-control be learned? Research says yes, but you must also practice mindfulness and reflect on your short-term and long-term goals. I did try this experiment with my 6-year-old and 4-year-old, and my 6-year-old saw the value of delayed gratification for the double reward, and she does well in school, but my 4-year-old did not yet, and she grabbed the treat immediately. So having this knowledge to work with my young ones at home, I think is incredible, especially when research is predicting success with this strategy. So that's my goal now, is to try and see if I can teach delayed gratification with my own kids. And it's definitely worthwhile to teach our children this at a young age. So let me come back and see you here. So what I've gone through were the strategies connected to social emotional learning that Waldman taught me. I'm going to go to another poll question here. If you're able to, let's end this poll. I'm going to reset it. If you can see the poll, go to the poll question here. If I gave you the choice of the marshmallow now or later with the second reward, would you choose marshmallow now or marshmallow later with the second reward? You can type either in the chat or in the poll your answer. Then I know that you're with me. Marshmallow now or later? Do you see the poll here? Okay, marshmallow later, incredible. So we do have some high achievers in the group. So I'm gonna end the poll now. And what I wanna do from here, does anyone have any questions at all from here? This was, the first part of the presentation was really just the social emotional learning and some strategies. Now I'm gonna go into a tool called Level Up Online that can be used in the classroom or at home to teach these strategies to students. So let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to just show you the program quick. So Level Up Online is a program that I created with all of the lessons that I have that mirror the Level Up book. Let me just go and show you a course. So you could navigate from the sidebar. So within the Level Up program, we have strategies to teach students attitude, persistence, resilience. We teach them how to use their brain wisely, and all of the lessons have a quick video and then a PDF lesson. This could be used on a smart board, or it could be used, the students could do this online themselves. The level is for ages 12 and up. If you have elementary students that are younger than age 12, by January of 2017, we will have the Level Up for Kids version released. So I'll keep in touch with anyone that would like the Level Up for elementary information. But basically each of the lessons here, so attitude, we have a video, and then we have a lesson on attitude. So you could do this as a class on a smart board, or have students take this PDF home and come back. But it's just a way to incorporate some of these social emotional learning activities into the classroom. We have dodging obstacles, how to handle criticism, because this definitely interferes with people's lives. We have interviewed some celebrities and some regular people that talk about how they had to overcome criticism as they launched their lives and, you know, became into the adult world. There's also character lessons here. There's 24 character lessons that have this model. Each of the lessons have an example lesson, then a reflect, ask yourself, then the meaning of the word, and then an activity. So this could be used in a classroom discussion or from home. And the final part of the program is the expert interviews, where we bring in real live people that have given some success stories of how they were creative in their own lives. So we've interviewed some Shark Tank success stories. Tiffany Crewman's here was a season 1 success story. She was able to create Ava the Elephant with her love of children and compassion for children. She created a business. Ryan Kelly is a popular lesson. He's also a Shark Tank entrepreneur. Let's show you the PDF here. He partnered with Barbara Corcoran and created dog treats. And so all of these lessons are here. The interviews are here to give students a real look at regular people who have achieved success in their life. Even some celebrities like Sean Kingston, we've got an audio interview. And then just some regular people. Scott Isbell, on overcoming obstacles. He tried to get on The Voice many times, and instead he got rejected for that, but he took that experience and took it into the career that he went into. So that's an overview of the Level Up program. I'm just going to go here to Level Up Online. Oops. So we've gone through, just shown you some of the lessons here, the character lessons, the interviews, and these are the phases for the program. As part of a gift for you attending this webinar, I will be giving you a free ebook of the Level Up course, so you can see the ebook of it. And then what I have to offer you today, what we've done is an introductory program where I would go in. If you wanted to work with me in your schools, I could do a 4-hour webinar training, 2 hours with the teachers on stress learning in the brain, and then the other 2 geared towards learning the online portal or just navigating through the lessons. and your schools would have 1 year access to the online portal for $448. So that's the offer that I have for you. I'm going to share that with you. Let me share my screen again. Come back here, and I'm going to share with you the offer. Right here, you can see, if you are looking at your screen, if you wanted to take advantage of the offer to have me come and work with your staff and show them the online lessons and the importance of reducing stress on site in their own lives and in their students' lives, I would love to do that. If you have any questions at all, please do type in the chat any questions that you have. Otherwise, I will be sending you out some emails after this that will keep you in the loop of where we're going with the research. As I learn new information, I will be updating that. If you would like to follow what I'm doing, you can look at my website here, achieveit360.com. We do have some free resources that we would send out in addition to the ones that you will be getting. But please do let me know if you have any questions at all. Any questions at all, let me know. I still do see some people. Any questions, type in the chat. Otherwise, I will sign off for now, and I want to thank you so much for your time. I will keep in touch with you with some free resources for you and share with you all the research that I get, as well as our Level Up for Kids that's coming out in January. And I want to thank you so much for your time. You have a wonderful day, and I'll be in touch. Take care.